Now it's time to put the datums on all the views. So the view that has the most dimensions is usually the primary view. And what we're going to do here is use datum, select that line, and see how it's going crooked? Well, look at the tree. Which part of the tree is active? It's the isometric, correct? Only if I work in the isometric view will this work. So I'm going to undo that. If I want to work in this view, the first thing I want to do is activate the front view. So I got to turn off the datum here. Double click the front view so it knows I'm in the front view. Another way you can tell you're in the front view is by going into the frame, and the red box is around that front view. So I know that the front view is now active. I can turn this off and go back to annotation and use datum features. This feature is going to be applied here on the bottom line. So I grab the bottom line, and I could leave it here, but personally I'm not a big fan of that. So I read from left to right. I like to put that over here. It can't be aligned with this one. Okay, if I line it with this one or over to the inside, I'm saying that 2.5 is the datum, and I'm trying to say this bottom line is the datum. You can see a green check mark. All I have to do is hit click, and it accepts that datum A. I'm going to come over here and grab datum B. If I can, I'll get it up here on the top because I like to read from top to bottom, and that's how I like to place my datums. You notice the A and the B, the lines are pretty similar in length. They don't have to be exact. I'm just going to hit anywhere to click on that green check. If I want to, I could move this though. Just grab the B and, oh, of course, easier said than done. Okay. I'm trying to make the distance from this arrowhead to this triangle equal distance from this arrowhead to this triangle, the distance from the A to the triangle, the distance from the B to the triangle, somewhat close. They don't have to be perfect. Okay, just somewhat close. Those two are the most important datums, establishing datum A and B. The datums are there to tell the shop to create all measurements from those surfaces. I need one more datum, and that's datum C. This would be datum C, this front face. Which side is datum C on this face? Is it the side closest to the profile or the side furthest? That depends on what country you're in and what kind of projections we're using. We're doing third degree projection, so we're looking from here, everything looking at it as if we were standing here looking this direction. I see this line, and this line looking at this direction. If I were in Europe, they would be looking at it backwards. And then over here, this would be a hidden line. That's called the first angle projection. Makes no sense to me. Third angle projection is how everybody should do it. That's how we're doing it. So that's why this line is visible, because that's this edge right here. And I want to establish my datum C. So there's datum C. And you could leave it just like that, and this part would be done. But I'm making you show me that you know where datums or what other datums are on these views. So when I click on this one and pick this line, what datum does that represent? By the way, if this is jumping a lot on you, you can use the shift button so it won't jump so much. So I'm going to click here, and up here it says datum D. I'm going to change that back to datum A. And then is this side or this side this side? Which side up here represents datum C? If I were to draw a line up and come 45 over and another line come up 45 over, you would see if I hit a 45-degree line and then 90 degrees over, this line would line up with this top line. Datum C would line up with the bottom edge here. Therefore, datum C is on this view here. Again, I'll edit that to the letter C. And we'll do one more datum. I should have asked what datum is missing. Which datum would this line be? Look at this view. Does datum A line up with this one? No. Datum B lines up with this edge, therefore that is datum B. I'm hoping you guys understand which side is which when it comes to the datums. Very important to get that concept down. Why did it do that? I wish it would always do that. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to try and move this. Look what it's doing. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to try and move this. This is good because it's in the right view. I'm going to click on this, move it. This is good because it's in the right view. But this, I still had the right view active, so I'm going to delete that. Double click the top view to make sure I'm in the top view, and then create your datum C. Change that to C, and then grab this line, change that to datum B. All right, now it's time to, I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Just trying to make them all even. Can you identify which datums do not belong here? You should be able to, because the first three are the ones I told you are the ones I need. Okay? So, do you remember what note we put over here to identify these datums that don't belong? Over here, what did I put? See if you can remember what that was.